Hey girlfriend, you've reached Risky Intentions, where the balanced fun hoes go for spiritual enlightenment while still being a little risque. Follow us each week as we unpack healing past trauma, living with intention, and vibing higher as we share all the raunchy ass stories that got us here.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Risky Intentions. It's your girl Jordy.
And I'm CC.
And we're Risky Intentions.
Welcome back.
Thanks for coming back, y'all.
Hey, we're back.
We,
We're feeling fun. We got buns.
we got buns going today. All the buns. Your buns, my buns, buns out, hoes out,
Sun's
toes
out, buns out. Cheers.
Cheers.
We made it back.
Happy day.
Happy day.
It's almost Friday. It's almost the weekend. This week has been a bitch.
Has it?
It's just been
kicking your
butt.
butt?
It's been a thing. It's just been a long week. I never drink. That's become a pattern that I've been doing.
What?
Like I'll cheers and I don't sip it. And I feel like that can't be good.
Now you need to look me in the eyes and take a sip.
It's still good. It's still a good cheers.
Yeah, it's still good. Cheers. To letting go of this interesting week you've been having.
Oh yeah. Let's fucking release it.
Release that.
Release it
Let
this
that
week.
go.
This week was this week and I'm ready for next week.
Already ready.
My affirmation this week is I enjoy my own company.
Because who's better than to hang with yourself than
Your
yourself?
damn self. I feel like over quarantine, I'm a pretty self-sufficient person. I feel like I spend a lot of time on myself. We've talked about it on here. Like I will go take myself on a date or whatever. I think so often we try to fill our time with, if we have a gap somewhere, you allot that time for someone else. You're spending time with your family or significant other or friends. But really being able to find comfort in being alone and enjoying yourself, that form of self-care, I feel like is so important. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to manifest on. I feel like I'm a social butterfly, just, by default. I'm like a very bubbly, fun person. I love being around people. I love people. I know, right? I love people. But I also feel like I never sit down. Like I never really like just hang out by myself on the weekend. That's like a foreign thought for me. You know what I mean?
Where's everybody at? What are we doing?
Yeah. And I feel like that's not a good place to be. It's genuinely like it's okay to like sit down.
Alone.
Alone. Yeah.
Enjoy that. Take yourself on a little date this weekend.
Right? Right? Maybe go like walk along the beach.
Love that.
Whisper sweet nothings in my ear.
Romantical.
Self-love.
Self-love is the best love. I love it.
Tell me your affirmation.
My affirmation is I am a creative force and what I do matters. And I think as a creative and constantly creating things, sometimes you're like, throw this in the trash. And am I doing enough? Am I doing this right? And it's like, no, you're a creative. You're just doing what feels organic and what feels right to you. And even if you're not necessarily a creative, like if you're A-type personality and you work in an office setting and you don't feel like you're a creative, like you're still creative in whatever you're doing. Yeah. And you have to adjust and figure things out. So, yeah. And it matters. It really does matter. What you're doing and working on matters.
I think, too, it's like you think of the things that you used to do as, like, a child, right? Like, I remember you saying something about drawing. And it's, like, that creative bone that, you know what I mean? Like, it's there. It's just, like, tapping into it. It's almost like it's like, oh, it's a hobby. I don't do it anymore. It's not, like, I don't need to do it. I don't need to feed that. And it's like, no, do more of that.
You always have to feed your inner child. So the things that made us happy as kids, we all at some point dismiss and forget about. Right. And it's like, those are the things that will bring you joy.
Absolutely.
I can't draw for shit anymore, though. Like,
really?
I could barely draw a stick figure.
You don't think it's something that, like, muscle memory?
Certain things, no. And there are certain things I used to draw a lot that I could still draw. Like, I would draw them all the time. So those are still in, like, my hand. But I remember I had drawn this, like, picture of Bob Marley holding his guitar, and I could not draw that now, I'm sure.
Wow.
But I still enjoy painting and stuff.
Yeah.
But, every now and again, I'm like, yeah, this whole painting can go right in the trash.
Sometimes it'd be like that. Don't get me started.
But yeah, I'm a creative force and what I do matters.
Say it again.
I'm a creative force and what I do matters.
Yes, you are, baby. Be that force. I love it.
What's the tea?
Honey, what is the tea?
You got a little tea for us, Jay?
I think you got all the tea. Tell me your tea first.
Actually, my tea is just something that I thought was so beautiful and so wonderful. Pharrell Williams from NERD, if y'all have been living under a rock your whole life. He's opening private schools for low-income families in the Virginia area. So he's set to open one in Norfolk in September.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Isn't that so beautiful? And he said, if the system is fixed and unfair, then it needs to be broken. We don't want lockstep learning where so many kids fall behind. We want bespoke learning designed for each child, where the things that make a child different are the same things that will make a child rise up and take flight.
I love that.
And I was like, oh, you're going to make me cry.
I feel like
it's so beautiful.
It's crazy. Like, schools have really genuinely been being defunded for years. Like, every single year, it's like, oh, we don't have music programs anymore. Do you remember, like, music programs in school when you were in elementary school?
Music programs, different workshops, different after-school situations, stuffing more kids in a classroom.
Yeah.
You know, putting all these pressures on teachers that don't actually want to teach, or everybody learns differently. Right. So they make this one curriculum, and it's like, that's what it is, and that's like, that, yes, and that's not how everybody learns.
It's not fair.
It's not fair, and a lot of kids get lost in the shuffle of things. I think it's really dope that he's trying to create a new system, a smaller school, but also for low-income families. You know, when you're broke, you don't think, I can send my kids to private school.
No. Like, and everybody knows that, like, private school, it's just, I don't want to say it's better learning, but, like, it's certainly more, just, like, it's tailored.
It is better learning.
It is. It honestly is. Okay, I guess
No, it totally is. It's just, it's set up to help the kids actually learn. Right. You know, however it makes sense for them. Smaller classroom settings. Like, you know, if I'm a teacher and I have 35 kids in here, I can't give every kid the attention they need.
There's just no way.
Yeah. So I thought that was really dope.
I feel like I'm not surprised. Like, Pharrell's dope.
Yeah. He already definitely gives back. But I'm just like, I love to see a black man giving back to his community.
And the
like,
children.
You know, and to the kids.
We love the children.
Cece love the kids.
I love that.
Yeah, but that was my only tea. Just black man out here doing some good.
Black boy joy.
You know,
spreading
wholesome.
the magic.
Made my heart warm.
Yeah. Feels good to the soul.
Yeah, it did.
My tea is not as wholesome this week.
What messiness we got going?
So, my tea is about Kanye West. I don't know if you saw, he recently had a birthday a couple days ago, or earlier this, I don't know when this is going to come out, but he just recently celebrated a birthday. And he was on vacation with this model, this, like, Russian model, 35, in France.
And when he get on, he leave your ass for a white girl.
Well, she was white, too, no? I guess Armenian's not very white.
It's still white, but
it's white.
It's olive.
Yeah, but yeah, his ass, I thought it was kind of not trifling, but I thought it was kind of, like, juicy, just that he's, like, in France with this model, dad of 4. Like, you never really see him alone with the kids. You know what I mean? You always see Kim with the kids all the time, or they're with her family.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because she's like, I'm not fucking leaving my kids with you. Go figure. But I don't know. I just thought it was interesting that you would spend your birthday with some model chick and not your 4 kids. I don't know.
Had him a little birthday rendezvous.
I guess that's fair.
That's a little interesting.
They just got divorced. Like, it's pretty fresh.
He's not wasting a single second. But also, when something's kind of dead in the water like that, it's like, I guess you got to go live your life.
Yeah.
You dwell and have a sad birthday alone.
Or you going to be fucking some Russian model.
I'll be fucking a Russian model. That's for certain.
Same. So next up on Trife Life.
Trife Life.
What we got?
All right. I'm going to tell you something. Friend to friend. Friends to friends.
Woman to woman.
Okay. So I have a friend who was seeing somebody.
Okay.
Let's give these people names. All right. So my friend Tina, my friend Tina was Tina's a talking Tommy. Well, Tina was seeing this guy. We'll call him
Joe.
Call him Joe. Tina and Joe, they're dating loosely, very loosely dating in quotations. But they're definitely fucking. Okay? That's what they on.
That's one thing that they gonna do.
One thing they gonna do.
Got it.
Okay? So that's what their whole relationship pretty much is. Just fucking around, occasional casual dating, nothing too serious. And Tina brought quite a bit of her friends around Joe. And one of the friends, we got the vibe that one of the friends fucked Joe behind her back.
Oh, no.
And
what was the vibe? Why did you feel as if...
Well, there was some evidence.
Okay.
Just
you have some receipts. Okay.
Some receipts.
Got it.
A comment was made about, like, the size of his dick. How do you know these things? It was very matter of fact. It's like, you did something. The energy between them has been a little iffy.
Did we name the friend or no?
No.
Okay. Did she, like, what's the name?
Nicole probably fucked Joe.
Oh,
We're pretty sure Nicole fucked Joe. We just need her to come out and say it.
Got it. Okay.
And so... What
did your friend do?
It's just trifling.
Has your friend approached?
She hasn't done anything yet. She doesn't know what to do with it. It's like, what do you do with that? Because now, Tina and Joe are not even a thing anymore.
I see.
But it's still just like...
Do you think Tina would ask Joe? Is that really weird?
No, I think she's just so over it. And she's like, I'm not going to deal with him. So I'm definitely not going to go ask him something and make him think that I care. Like, I'm thinking about you.
I see.
But she wants to know, like, for a fact. Because it's like, how are you sitting up in my face? Mind you, Nicole was also telling her, like, no, you don't need to deal with him. Like, you shouldn't deal with him. You're too good for that. Well, why aren't you too good for that, huh?
Oh, my God.
It's pretty trifling.
I just feel like, I don't know, this is some juicy ass shit.
It's like, what do you do?
I think Tina has to confront her. I think Tina has to just blatantly ask, like, did this happen?
Does she just ask, like, a question? Or does she ask, like, I already know, so just come out and tell me what the deal is? What happened? What would you do?
If it's one of my friends.
If one of your friends messed with somebody behind your back that they knew good and damn well you're fucking around with, what would you do? You're not dealing with them now, but you still know.
I feel like I would confront it. You know what I mean? I just feel like it's one of those things, like, I have to know. And not even because of, like, anything. It's more so just, like, I can't be walking around with you and you're not telling me this. Like, you're not being honest with me.
Yeah, I can't trust you.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. It's like, I can't trust you. You know, maybe if she had came to her, like, woman to woman, hey, this would happen, you know, maybe like the trust could still be there, but it's like,
at this point,
you're doing stuff behind the back.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's definitely like you're moving funny. So it's just like, what do I do with this information?
And moving forward, how could I trust you? I'm gonna always have to hide my boo in your pocket.
Man away from you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
Tina needs to just. Should Tina beat her ass?
I think Tina should just wipe her hands of both of them. Like, at the point that you even have to question a friend, they're probably not a friend.
Are you a friend?
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna tell her, Tina.
I'm gonna leave you right where you had me fucked up.
Just cancel her.
And that's on period.
Purr.
That's on purr, poo. That's insane.
Yeah, it's pretty trifling.
That's trifling as fuck.
I would never sleep with a friend's boo. Like, I don't care how twisted, how, you know, nice, how nice they were being to me. It's like, as soon, and we've said this already before, if you're dealing with one of my friends, you're immediately bro. Give me that. what's up?
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like I've had a friend who, not like inadvertently like was flirting with the guy that I liked, but like was like dancing in the vicinity, and I was just like
on him.
Close enough.
Back up.
Like,
go back up.
What you doing, girl?
You're looking a little too friendly over there.
Back. Like, move. Go over there. No, but
I think somebody's looking for you over there.
I think you're in my territory. Like, it's weird.
It's weird.
I don't want to have to be out and question if my friends are moving funny. Like, I don't move like that. I don't mess with girls that like are like that. It's just ugly.
It is ugly.
It's ugly energy.
I'm gonna tell Tina, you gotta cancel her.
Yeah, tell Tina.
Cancel Joe, no problem. Cancel Nicole and move right along.
Yeah, because Nicole gonna fuck all your men.
All of them. Well, we got a cocktail for you guys this week.
Mm-hmm.
It's
we
not.
Sip to it?
Yeah, we should. Cheers.
You and this eye contact shit is real scary.
So this one I wanted to talk about the art of foreplay. It's not a story or a tale, but I think it's something that definitely gets kind of thrown to the side, especially with men. I don't know men that are watching if you're into foreplay, but get with the program.
Oh, hell no. I hate that shit.
They just want to jump right in and like just fuck you right away.
No, foreplay is a part of sex.
Warm me up. Make me want it. Make me almost beg you for like, please already. Put it in. Please. I'm begging you. But like, no, guys are like, whip it out. Here you go. Like, dang, can you get the juices going? Can you do something exciting?
I don't like a guy that can't foreplay. I feel like it's very selfish vibes for me.
Yeah, it's like you're just trying to hurry up and get a nut. Ugh. And now I don't want to do it anymore.
And I don't want to fuck you at all.
Now I want to go home.
And finish my show
myself.
Thank you.
Where's my shoes?
I'm going to get up out of here.
Yeah. No, actually, never mind.
I hate a guy that doesn't do foreplay. Just for a fucking side note. Like, don't do that.
Well, there's also men who just truly don't even know what the word means, what it is. So, if y'all don't know, or ladies, so if you need to break it down, go ahead and break it down for somebody.
So it can forever be broken.
Let them know. Body worshiping, which I actually haven't done this with anybody in a long time. But, like, really just, like, saying to each other, like, what you admire on each other or, like...
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's pretty intimate.
It's extremely intimate. It's
like being vulnerable.
It's like words of affirmation, but, like, to your partner.
Yeah.
And that's something I wanted to mention, too, as to why we do affirmations. Like, I don't know if we ever said this in the beginning, but affirmations are literally rewiring your brain. Mm-hmm. They're changing the frequency around you. Right. So it's like if you're speaking life into your partner and making them feel more sexy, like, oh, you like this? Like, they're going to perform better for you. If you make me feel sexy, I'm like, oh, let me show you something. Yeah.
That's
say it.
Like, say it.
Say it. And then
brownstone, if you want me.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to question what you like about me. Like, it's just really cute and intimate.
I think, yeah, it's just, like, being able to, like, give gratitude and make someone feel very appreciated. Like, who doesn't want to hear a compliment? Mm-hmm. And men, too. Like, I feel like women think that you shouldn't compliment your men.
They're just so hard, or they're a man, so.
Yeah, it's like, no, I want to fucking rip your clothes off right now. Like,
let that man know he look good.
Look good, baby. Smell good. Like the way your cufflinks shining.
Yeah, you know, make him feel like something. Massages, okay, whatever that looks like. Little massage, get you going, get you loose. Loosen the tensions.
We've all seen the memes of like how massages start and then it's like
how they end.
The fucking cheeks spreaded.
And not a 5-second massage and then you get right to it, because
like, make it again. It's like it's giving pleasure. It's like giving versus, you know what I mean? Like when you can genuinely pour into someone else.
And it's making you more comfortable.
Yeah.
Like physically more comfortable.
Yeah.
And now, okay, good. We good. Like you done touched me all over. Another one that I really, really like and I forget about until I do it again. I'm like, oh, this is so amazing. Actually, happened recently.
It's so funny.
Because it just was like, oh, how refreshing. But
Right? Okay.
either washing somebody up or like lotioning them when they get out the shower.
Oh my God, I don't think I've done that in a very long time. I haven't had a boyfriend in forever, so I don't give
Listen,
that special loving.
You don't need to have a boyfriend. You want this pussy, come here and wash it. And wash my whole entire body first.
That's deep.
And
I've never had a nigga wash my pussy ever.
You should.
Really?
Make him do it. It's also like, I'm a psychopath.
I feel
but
like
it's also like a control thing.
No, like
why? You're about to put that pussy on his sideburn. Might as well.
I have never had a nigga wash my shit ever.
You should. Try it. You might like it.
Can I tell you a story? A little tidbit. I remember this girl that, like, she was crazy. Shout out to Donnie. She was crazy, but she taught me a lot about just coming of age. And I remember one time my boyfriend being really mad at me, and she was like, go in the shower. Like, he was taking a shower. She's like, go in there right now and, like, grab his thing, and, like, you're not doing it right. And I fucking did that shit, and it was, like, the biggest turn on for him. Like, he was really into it. So I feel like I can see, like,
yes,
how that could be a thing.
You feel sexy, but also it's like a pampering thing.
What the fuck was I on?
Did you really go in there and tell him you're not doing it right?
I legit, like, stepped into the shower. Like...
And he'll never forget you.
Never.
But the lotioning too. I definitely had somebody I was dating.
Is nice.
It's nice.
I enjoy that.
It's it's like a massage, but it's like
that touch.
It's relaxing.
So what is it? The love language.
Yes, teasing. Give a little sexy dance. Put something sexy on.
I love
play a game.
A good tease.
I had an ex, even though he got on every single one of my nerves. He was kind of childish, and he would like to play games sometimes, like before we actually had sex. And like
sex games?
Yes.
Okay.
And like sometimes we would make them up, or Spencer's has all kind of little games.
Yes. I haven't seen that. I haven't been to Spencer's since high school.
Well, you should take a lap. Go take a lap around the Spencer's. Grab you a couple little knickknacks and just have them in a drawer. So when somebody you like, you're like, oh, I got some for you.
Ooh,
yo, I'm a freak.
I like that. Yana, I'm a freak bitch.
Yana, I'm a freak bitch.
Your favorite line.
It really is. Shout out to the hot girl herself. But yeah, so foreplay, get with it, do it, love on each other. Yeah.
I love
Damn,
that.
now I'm thinking about getting washed up right now.
The fact that you're into that, I don't know if I'm that, I can go that deep. I don't know. I think it's just something very intimate of like you. What if I don't like the way you clean me?
Well, you let them do it, and then you do it yourself for real afterwards.
Okay.
But it's the action. Okay, honestly, I'm definitely into like sub-dom relationships. So part of it is submissive in a way of letting somebody wash you, but it's also dominant in a way of like, but I'm making you wash me.
Wash that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm sick in the head.
Clearly.
But there's that.
Oh my
But
goodness.
it's just so calming and relaxing, and people need to like make your partner feel comfortable and wanted, and we've all had some sort of trauma and things we're insecure about. So it's like those are like icebreakers. Yeah. You don't just walk into a room like, this is who I am. Like you're like, hey, nice to meet you.
Yeah. It's also like there's so many stressors in the world every single day that we are just like curveballs that we're all that constantly being thrown at us. So I feel like being able to make your partner like comfortable and relax and like create a sacred, safe space. I'm all for that. I feel like that's the goal.
Yes. Which I think kind of helps us just slide right into what our topic is this week. It's healing shit. We need to heal ourselves, heal each other when we can, spread the vibration of love. And
I feel like healing is so deep. That shit is fucking
there's levels.
Deep. Like
consistently, always levels.
It's a constant practice. You never like gonna get to the place of wholeness. It's like you're constantly working at it. But definitely. I feel like it's I don't know. It's something that
I think people think healing modalities are like, whether it's therapy or meditation or sound healing or whatever. They're like, that's white people shit. Yeah. Especially the Black and brown community. That's white people shit. You hear that all the time. Girl, what is that? What is that white people shit? Right. And that's not white people shit. It's so healing shit. Right. It will literally heal you. And I'm big on the yoga almost every single day if I can.
Yeah.
Meditation, sound healing, Reiki healing, all of those things like on a vibrational level, and just calming and clearing the mind.
Why do you think that it is that the Black and brown community is like shies away from it?
Well, I did read this article and like hear this lady speak about how it was a way to like kind of keep us in a slave mindset. Like the outdoors is not for us.
Right.
Or, you know, they, you know, white people teach yoga left and right, but really it comes from brown people.
Yeah.
And, you know, traditional yoga really comes from Egypt, and people like to say, oh, it's from India.
I thought it was India.
It's not. Fun fact. Yeah. And they show it in hieroglyphs and pyramids, like ancient Egypt, they were doing yoga.
Stop it. That's beautiful.
Yeah. And it's like, it's ours to take back, but we've been blocked out of anything to really heal ourselves.
Systems of oppression.
Yeah, truly system of oppression, but we created it. It's for us.
But I think it's also like it's perpetrated and it's like black. You can like so excited. But how many people, like, how many times have you heard someone say, like, oh, I don't need to talk to a therapist. Like, I don't need that shit. I don't need to talk to anyone about my problems.
I'll pray about it.
I'll go to church. And it's just like, no.
Which, sure. Go to church. That will feed the soul in one way.
I will never discredit church. I feel like I am healed and whole through and through. Not even through and through, but a big part of that, my healing happened when I grew my relation with, like, Jesus and, like, just my personal spiritual relationship with, like, because I think the core of religion and what I like to believe is, like, it's all based around love. And when you can love yourself to the highest being and hold yourself of, like, I am a child of the Most High, I feel like you just walk a little different. You do walk a little different, and you're able to express that to others. Yeah. So then you can, when they say, what would Jesus do, or be God-like, like, if God is love and we are love, then we should be spreading love and sharing love. Absolutely. I'm going to cry. But therapy, it's like, sometimes you need an objective person.
Unbiased opinion from a professional.
That's a key
professional.
Word. Professional.
You know, because we could talk to each other, you know, bounce opinions off each other. But you didn't go to school for, you know, my psyche or how to break down, like, oh, well, you told me about this from your childhood, and I think you're, you know, carrying it now this way in your adulthood. And it's really important, I think, to have somebody to help give you some tools. Yeah. Like you might have an opinion or a thought for me, but to give me like actual set of tools to help hey, try like, this the next time
dismantle this.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And like really work through it. I think, you know, everybody should go to therapy, even if you don't think you need therapy. Right. You know, you're like, oh, nothing feels really wrong, or you don't know how many things that you do in a strange way just because of like stuff that's childhood trauma. Yeah, exactly.
It's real. Generational curses are real. And I feel like I've never heard a person like, you know, I'm a big advocate of therapy, but I've never heard a person tell me that they weren't better off or they didn't like, you know, they wish that they had gone sooner kind of thing.
No one's ever said.
Like I had an awful experience with therapy.
Well, yes. Once you find a therapist that you like. Exactly. So that's the thing too. I think people, they try to go, or they'll meet one therapist and then they hate it.
They don't have that great of an experience.
Yeah,
because fair.
Not to sound crazy.
With any doctor.
Right.
It's like, you know what I mean?
You don't go to just the first one. It's like you have picking out a new car. You don't just go grab the first thing. Like, you got to check it out, test drive it.
But it's also just like an energy, right? Like, I think with finding a therapist, it's so about, like, I feel like my next therapist, I need a Black woman. Like, I need
1,000%.
I need a person that can understand me in the world that I walk, the shoes that I fill. Like, that is important to me. That's like a non-negotiable. And I feel like when I have done therapy in the past, like I remember, it wasn't a Black woman. Let's just say that. But I feel like that makes a difference of someone that identifies with you and sees you and knows
your same struggles, like truly knows a Black woman's walk of life.
Yeah. And not even just like, oh, I have a black, like, it's that whole thing. It's like, I need someone to just, and it's like comfortability. It's like, you know my struggle, you know my pain, you know the world that
and you know how we have to move differently.
Yeah.
I definitely have seen quite a few therapists in my day.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was younger, you know, my mom was like, you kind of wilding out. I think you should see a therapist. And I know the first couple, I was like, this lady cannot relate to me. This old white lady cannot relate to me and what I'm going through and feeling right now. And luckily, later on down the line, it was like this group therapy thing.
That was cool for you.
That was cool. They were cool. But once I did have a black therapist once, I was like, I'll never go back. I will never go back. Yeah. We need to be on the same wave. My friend, she prefers having a black male. She was like, I need to bounce, you know, some of my thoughts and feelings off of a male's perspective. And I was like, that's dope. You need to know kind of what you're looking for in a therapist,
and what,
for sure.
Yeah. What you need with your healing.
Definitely.
We're all different.
I mean, and sometimes you might not even know what exactly. Yeah. But if you're not feeling right and you feel a little, ooh, cray,
please go see someone. Go
seek some help. I did want to give some websites to find help because I think another reason people don't go, it's expensive.
It's so expensive.
I
wish that there is a thing. I mean, I just saw like Taraji P. Henson recently. Like, I guess she's a therapist.
I did see her launch something. I didn't know if she was a therapist or just like launching this program. That's so cool. Therapist.
And just providing resources for like underprivileged, and I hate saying underprivileged. I feel like that shit's. I guess we are under fucking privileged. Everyone.
Hey, if you didn't come from money, you were underprivileged. Right.
But yeah, she's providing resources for people that can't afford it, and I think that's lovely because I think a lot of people do stray away from therapy because it's like it's a cost efficient thing.
Yeah. I mean, there was a period I didn't have insurance and I was looking at therapists and I would like find one and then I would get to their rates and I'd be like, ooh, I'll just go pray about it.
I'm gonna go to church.
I'm gonna just go pray about it. It's okay.
That's insane.
And it's like, if you feel like you're about to snap and you need to talk to somebody.
But also I feel like it's like the U.S. healthcare system is so fucking trash. Like, that's awful. The fact that people, you know what I mean? And that is a big thing. What if you're not working or you're, like, that's when you fucking need it most.
Those are the main people that need it. Broke people probably need the most therapy and they can't afford it. And so they continue to be crazy. It's really sad. But the Therapy for Black Girls website, I think it's just therapyforblackgirls.com. Yes. You can find black therapists there. Mm-hmm. And also they have really cool articles, very relatable.
I think that they also have a podcast.
Yes, they do. It's really good, really good. They touch on a lot of different topics, like
another podcast that's really good is Black Girls Heal.
Yes,
love that.
Yes, I just found that one recently, and I was like, okay, sis.
No, it's good. It's really good.
BetterHelp Online, they help you find therapy resources from home. A lot of them are like still doing COVID style, so you can be on your couch and FaceTime. FaceTime with a therapist. And for affordable prices. So I think those were the two I wanted to share. Yep.
What other kinds of healing? I know that you're very like savvy with.
You want to get into the woo woo?
Is that Reiki?
I mean, people, that's a thing that people are like, oh, my woo woo people. Reiki is because it's just like it's an old Japanese art of like moving energy.
Got it.
So stagnant energy in the body or sharing your energy to help bring someone else's to balance and harmony. I'm actually signed up to get certified in Reiki.
Oh my God.
So I can't wait till I can actually like physically share that with people.
That's awesome.
I'll be practicing on you if you'll allow.
I would love it. I would love that. Can you please?
Yeah, I will need to.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just the art of moving energy in the body. And that's the same concept with like breath work.
Okay.
A lot of times, you know, your body stores, you know, trauma and emotion.
It's just like you're pinched.
You know, when your shoulders feel really tense or your hips hurt. You know, women especially, we store a lot of emotional trauma in our hips. So you can tie these physical pains to actual real life trauma. So the Reiki helps just move that energy, break up blockage.
That's a fucking gem right there if you didn't hear it.
What?
That the body stores.
Yes. So much trauma.
Physical trauma.
Emotion. again, in your hips. If your hips is hurting, ladies, you probably got a lot of emotional trauma built up in there. I think that's why yoga just was life-changing for me, especially in the heat. Once you get that, it opens up so many different body parts. People think like, I just got to stretch and hold these poses. Yeah. But the stretching part is literally opening and releasing. And then holding those difficult poses is also really good for internal, like squeezing the glands or squeezing the joints and like moving
the actual workout,
blood flow into your joints and stuff. But also it's very parallel to life.
Yeah.
So I'm holding this hard pose and I'm breathing through it. Right. I know I'm not going to be here forever. And that's life. You know, you go through something hard, you're not going to be there forever. And that's why I love the yoga.
I feel like I'm just so grateful for yoga. Just with I think you introduced me to yoga. Like you were one of the first persons that I mean I had like done it before like, in high school.
But getting in the heat.
I had never done hot yoga. So you introduced me to hot yoga. You popped my hot yoga cherry.
I be trying to pop everyone's hot yoga cherry, and most times people are receptive. Other times they're looking at me halfway through like I'm gonna kill you.
No, because it's a lot. It's hot. It's intense.
It's hot. It's intense.
And I think I'm pretty flexible, so it's not as bad for me. But I think the biggest thing of that is like the difficult poses, like the things that it's genuinely like you're just sitting there and you're drenched, you're sweating the toxins out, and you feel like I just want to quit. I just want to quit.
I just want to walk out of this room.
I literally just want to get out of here, and it's just like when you can push through it and be mindful of your breaths and know that like
I'm okay.
It's just a little bit. It's just a temporary time. It's just a meantime. It's like, okay, I could do this. And when you come out of the hot yoga studio after when you're finished and you hit that fresh air, it is just, it's like,
you're like, wow.
God just hitting your face. Like, thank you, Jesus.
A whole new soul.
So good.
I have cried so many times in yoga.
Yeah, it's therapeutic.
It's so therapeutic.
It is therapeutic.
Especially holding like that intention.
Yeah.
So in the beginning of yoga, they always tell you, set an intention. Most times instructors will give you one. Like, if you can't think of one, hold this. And I went to one recently, and it was very powerful. She said, all the power that ever was is right here. And I was just like, every time things got difficult, and I was like, no. All the power that ever was, of all time, of all space, is right here. Right here in me.
I love that.
I was like, I could do anything. And then once you connect that breath to the motion, there's truly nothing you can do. Like, nothing can touch you.
I think too, one thing, I work in a very like demanding like I work and so one thing for me with hot yoga or with yoga as a whole, one I love so much is like the tradition and like just the routine of it. It's beautiful. And just like falling in line of like, oh, okay, this is what we do. This is the norm. This is how you act in this setting was like it was a culture shock for me a little bit. But also being able to unplug, right? Of like, okay, an hour and a half or an hour, however long my session is, of like, I'm not checking my phone. I'm disconnected. Like, I am just present in this moment.
For me. Just for me. Yep.
I felt like that was very liberating for me because it was really like weird for me to not be able to have access or people not to have access to me of like my emails or like, oh, should I have to answer that? And it's like, it can wait an hour.
Take a minute for yourself.
Yeah.
I think that's why I love it too. It's like, this is me time. And I love it too, like you said, like the whole sense of community, the breath of everybody together. Because I do yoga by myself and sure, it's good, but that breath of everybody, we're all on the same vibration. We're all on the same frequency. Like, if I can't hold a balance pose, if I keep falling out of it, I will literally stand there and, like, in my mind think, like, I'm sending strength to, like, the people around me to, like, hold theirs. And it's, like, you can feel the energy of everybody else, like, pushes you.
That is the sweetest thing.
I be in there sending a lot of love and vibration.
I didn't know that that's what people were doing because I feel like I haven't been spreading enough love, I guess.
Teachers have said it before. Like, I went to one class and they were like, okay, put up your peace signs and like grab your toes, but they said, well, when you put your peace signs up, send a vibration of peace and love to everybody. So now every time we get in that pose, like, I just do it. I don't know if the people around me feel it, but I think they do.
They gotta feel that.
They gotta feel that. They feel it. Y'all feel the vibrations?
That's so sweet. It's just
here to
very
spread
giving.
love and light.
It's literally like, that's it. That's all I can do.
But that's what we said. We are love. God is love.
Yeah.
That's what we're here to do. But you can't do that until you heal yourself. And it took a lot of dark shit to bring me to finding all these things. I was going through hell. That's how I found yoga. I was going like through the worst breakup of my life. Broke as hell. Didn't have a car.
Just all of the fucking bad things I could have.
Barely had a job.
You didn't have no man. You didn't have no car. You didn't have no job. You didn't have no money.
No, seriously. It's like...
It's awful.
It was pretty awful. And so the gym was like my only thing.
Your source.
So I would work out and I was like, well, that feels good. And then I would always see people lining up for this ladies yoga class. And I was like, okay, it's a lot of people here all the time. Like, let me go check it out. And shout out to Sandy. I always wish I could find her because she really like brought me into the practice. And I was like, oh, I get it. And then I was like addicted.
Yeah.
And
now you're here.
Then I found the heat and...
Now you're a yogi.
True yogi.
I love that. I love that calming sense. You know what I mean? Like anything that you can do to find, like whatever works for you, right? And everybody has their different like themes of healing. But I think when you can find a rhythm, when you can find your groove of like this works for me and I like it and I enjoy it, stick to it. Even if it's something of like, you know, meditating in the morning for 20 minutes. 10
minutes.
10
if
minutes.
you take literally there's 3-minute meditations and it's like that's three minutes out of your day. And you know, different times for different things. If you're doing something and it's not really working out for you, are you good? You're looking at me like, struggling right here.
No, it's all good.
But yeah, at different times you might need different things.
Yeah. But when you can quiet your mind and when you can just breathe and be present, I feel like it is some real magical shit that happens there.
And it's okay to not be okay. It's okay. But whatever you feel it.
Yeah.
And then find a source to get it out, move it around. I don't know. So I don't even know how. Maybe I read it somewhere. Beyonce herself says she allows herself to really feel whatever emotion she's feeling, whether it's sad or mad or whatever, like hardcore for about 24 hours, and then let it go. But she probably could also afford therapy. So there's that.
She got somebody to talk this shit out with.
Yeah, but it's like, find the things that work for you.
Yeah.
Feel what you're going to feel. Go crazy. Cry. Let it out. But then find what works to help you really move past.
Weeping may come in the morning, but something comes at night. But laughter, joy comes at night or something. Weeping may endure for the night, but joy comes in the morning. I think that's what it is.
I don't want to be crying through the night.
But joy comes in the morning. Like
but joy does come in the morning.
The sun will come up.
The sun will come out.
Tomorrow, bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, I just stick out my chin and grin and say, oh.
Let me find out this baby belonged on Broadway.
I kind of did belong on fucking Broadway, baby.
Little Black Annie.
Little Black Annie. You know she was with Jamie Foxx. That was me. That was me.
You. I knew it was you.
With the little fro. You remember.
That is so funny.
I feel like you got, like, listen, when you're stuck with a day that's fucking gray and lonely, stick out your chin and grin.
No, seriously.
And say tomorrow. The sun will come out
tomorrow. You know? Because life is a crock of shit. To be honest.
Let's be honest.
It's just...
Let's be honest.
As soon as you think you got it, something else hits you and you're like, wow, we're here.
Yeah.
Anytime things are like going too well, I'm just like,
I'm a
train wrecks on the way.
Yeah, I'm due for an L. I ain't had one in a minute.
I ain't had one in a minute. It's coming. So brace yourself. But also heal through it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I think find what works for you.
Forgive people that have hurt you. Don't hold on to that baggage.
Girl, I feel like I say it all the time. I say this all the time. No, but forgiveness is truly for yourself. It's not for the other person. Because carrying that weight, carrying that burden of, like, someone that did you wrong. I feel like
we said this on the last episode.
We did. We say it every episode. Let it go.
Well, I hope y'all are listening.
Just forgive. I feel like forgiveness is, and it's hard. Mm-hmm. I think that forgiveness is something that I learned through, like, with age, of, like, oh, dang, I need to let that go. Because I feel like I used to be the kind of person to hold grudges of, like,
you wronged me.
And
why would you do that to me?
You, and me, and it's like, read the 4 agreements and let it go.
Listen,
I haven't even read the 4 agreements.
I was just about to say, don't play with me, because that was my next question. Like, you read it? Yes, it's so good. It's such a simple read.
I know.
And
sitting next to my bed.
It's the 4 agreements are, what are they? Be impeccable with your word. To do your best, to be impeccable with your word, do best. The main one that tied into this was to not take things personally.
Nothing's personal.
And ever since I read that one chapter, it's been so much easier to be like, when someone does something foul to you, it's like, no, it's more of a projection of themselves, their insecurities. That's how they move because of whatever's happened to them. It has nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Read the damn book.
I'm going to read it.
Read it. Get it on Audible if you don't got time.
I'm going to get it. I do need to get Audible.
I can send you an Audible credit right now.
I have like 3 of them.
I had to turn mine off. I was like, I got a lot of books in here that I need to actually listen to.
I love that. Let me start with this fucking love.
That's what we're doing. We're loving. Well, I think that's what we wanted to talk about, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Heal ourselves, people. It's not white people shit.
It's really not.
It's not white people shit.
It's actually just grown people shit. It's just whole people shit.
Do you want to feel sane?
Yeah.
Do you want to feel normal? Do you want to keep falling in the patterns that we've seen our family
I think that's
before us fall
into? That's
a
big thing, too, is, like, Black people, mental health, the numbers are so much higher. You know what I mean? Like, of people that suffer from, whether that's depression or bipolar disorder or ADHD, like, genuinely, it's a big discrepancy, or, like, there's an increase with people that are of color. Why can't I talk? There's a discrepancy, and there's like
and it does go back, you know. It is literally systematic generational suppression.
Right.
So that's why Black and brown people, we need this stuff the most.
Yeah.
The most.
Yeah.
And we don't feel safe in those spaces.
Give me my goddamn reparations.
The first time I went to hot yoga, I was like, in my mind, I'm like, I hope there's gonna be Black people there. And it's like, why is that even a thought?
Yeah.
And the first few times, there wasn't really many. And then I remember the first time I had a Black instructor, I was like, yes, let's go, sis. But now I've been noticing, I'm definitely seeing more wellness and healing going on in the community, because every time I go now, I see other Black people, and I'm like, friend, cousin.
Look at us.
I love to see it. I love to see it. Yeah.
Getting better.
All we can do is get better.
Yeah, take your ass to yoga. Go to therapy. Read the book.
Meditate, read the book.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever is going to help you quiet your thoughts and change your patterns.
Yeah.
To be your best, highest self.
That's the ultimate goal, I think, with healing, is like, be the best projection of yourself that you possibly can be. And when you can get to that place of like, damn, I'm the shit.
Look
I'm
at
really
me.
Here.
Pat myself on the back.
Mm-hmm. Be her.
That's all we want to be. Jay, do you have intention for this week?
Why don't you go first?
Okay. Well, my intention. I just can't help but be silly. The wine is hitting. So, on that note, my intention this week is I intend to not take things personally. That's it, and that's all.
I feel like that's deep.
Don't take it personal.
And that's hard.
Take it personal.
It's hard to do that.
Sometimes, yeah. You're like, no, you got me fucked up.
I feel like that's me all the day. I'm just like, I know that you did it because you're a piece of shit.
And you know that you did it. And you know you did it to me.
And you wanted to be funny. And you like, and
you're
it's
trying to be funny. That one right there. Yeah. I intend to not take things personally. Don't take it personal. Just it off your shoulders.
Yeah.
It's not your weight to carry.
Right.
People are raggedy, and that's fine. Most times they're raggedy because they're not healed and evolved into their highest self. So, send a little prayer out for them.
Extra loving.
I'll pray for you, honey.
Ooh, don't pray for me. My intention this week is if you were in a space of negativity while trying to access your higher self, it's likely that you haven't forgiven yourself just yet. And you probably won't receive the answers that you're looking for. It's okay to wait, take your mind off of it, and then revisit. So I think allowing time to really process, like, how you're feeling. And I think sometimes we are so fixated on the now of, like, I need to know, I need answers now, right? Of, like, what's going to happen next? Where is this going? How am I feeling? Who, how, why, when, where, right?
It's like, just be.
When you can just be in a place of, like, I think it goes kind of to what you said of, like, forgiveness, right? Like,
but forgive yourself.
Yeah.
For whatever.
Yeah. I think when you can forgive yourself and move in a light, like, that heart posture, baby. So, yeah, that's my intention.
I love it.
Just forgiving.
We go together.
Per-use.
Wow. Cheers, well, cheers. Thanks for listening to another episode of Risky Intentions. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, rate, and review wherever you're listening to us, watching us.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching again. If you still rocking with us.
Right. If you're still watching.
Motherfucking MVP, we love you.
We love you.
I genuinely, like, appreciate it. I feel like somebody came up the other day, like, a complete, I didn't know him, talking about the podcast, and it was just like, me? It was love, and I feel like
definitely
I love that. I received the love. I received the appreciation.
Because we just want to spread the love and share the love. That's our whole intention here. While being a little risky.
Thank you. Thank you
guys so much for watching Risky Intentions. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, leave us a rating and review wherever you listen to our podcasts. Thank you. That was cute.